All right, I want to talk to you about what you need to know about marketing, what you really, the kind of the basics of what marketing is, because so many people really don't understand what marketing is. Their concept of marketing is that they go out there and pitch, 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 pitch. Okay, and hopefully somebody that they're pitching to is going to decide to buy something from them or something, right? It's just like throwing a spaghetti up on a wall, and hopefully something there will stick and it'll be amazing. And it just doesn't work like that, right? So I'm going to go through a handful of things, about 6 things that I believe will help you in understanding exactly what marketing is all about. All right, number one, you need to get clear. This is so very important. You need to get clear of who you are, right? And there are some things that if you've got your computer open in a notepad or on a Mac on notes, or you're one of those people that write down. I used to be like that. I used to write everything down. Now I just use my pads and stuff. But however you take notes, I hope that you will follow along and take these notes. And I'm going to try and put most of them up on the screen as we go. Okay. So number one, get clear who you are. Okay. So first thing is, what do you want to be known for? Right? Do you want to be known for the dog trainer guy or gal, or the makeup person, or the health person, or the coach, or the trainer, or whatever it might be, right? The physical fitness person. You need to make sure that you know and you are clear on exactly what do you want to be known for, right? That's number one under get clear who you are. Number two is, what are my non-negotiables? What are the things that, hey, this is non-negotiable. This is who I am. This is what I do. These are the things I will not compromise about who I am and who I want to be known as. Okay, you need to understand what those are, and you need to very clearly lay those out. Number three are, what are the things that I value? Right? In this day and age, this to me is just so very important. That creates who you are and your integrity, and exactly when people look at you, they go, this is who Ron Deering is, or this is who Sally Johnson is, or whoever you are. If you're not clear on who you are, the people that you're promoting to, the customer base that you're trying to, create a connection with and a relationship with, they're not going to know either. Okay, so what do I want to be known for? What are my non-negotiables? What are things that I value? Right? What are the things in life that I value? Right? For me, it's I value the integrity of other people. I value being able to coach and teach. I value the importance of education and understanding. I value just passion, people's passion. But most of all, I value my Lord. I value my wife, my family, my kids, my grandkids, and so forth. But you need to know who you are and what are the things you value. Number four into this is, what is the change I want to see in your current industry? What change do you want to bring about? Right? If you think about what your vision is and what your mission is, your vision is, what do you see being in the future? And your mission is, how are we going to do this? Right? But if you don't even know what it is that you want to see as the change in your industry, how are you going to put that together? And that goes into the number five is, how do I want to serve my industry? Right? So to me, this goes back to your vision and your mission. My vision is, I want this to be in my industry. This is how I want to affect my industry. This is how I want to make the change. And then the mission is, here's how I'm going to do it. Here's how I'm going to serve my industry. And then number six under get clear who you are is, what is my brand promise? What's my promise? For me, it's, I am going to do everything that I can to take these people that want to take their passion and have success in building a business based on that. It's like, it always reminds me of Steve Jobs' quote, find something you're passionate about and you'll never work a day in your life. And so many people would love to do that. Maybe their passion is hunting and fishing. They'd love to be able to, wow, what if I could do that for a living? and support my family and have a great life and everything else. Well, that's my brand promises. I'm going to show you and teach you how to do that. Okay, so that's number one. Get clear who you are, right? And out of that is, what do I want to be known for? What are my non-negotiables? What are the things I value? What is the change I want to see in my industry or vision? How do I want to serve my industry or mission? And what is my brand promise? Okay. Number two is get to know your customer. Get to know your customer. Okay. So this is very simple. If you try to sell to everyone, you will sell to no one. So you need to lay out exactly who your customer is. You know, I've always taught people to, and I started doing this years and years ago because I learned it from somebody else. They said, you know, lay out who your avatar is, who your ideal customer is. Give them a name. Make a male and a female version of that. You know, here's Johnny, here's Janie, and, you know, they're professionals with 2.5 kids, and they live in a nice house, and they drive nice cars, but they want more out of life. They struggle with time for their, other than their work and taking care of the house. They want more time with their family. All of these things, get as detailed as you can. And what this will do for you is every time you put out content, if you're asking yourself, what did Johnny and what did Janie, what do they think about this? How's this? Will this affect them? Will this be something? You know, and if the answer is no, they don't really have any desire to interest or anything into this, then you need to rethink why you're putting that content out. Okay, is it for you or is it for them, right? So number two, get to know your customers. Spend the time to develop who your avatar is, understand who they are, write it down, or type it down. I guess that's the thing now, right? Type it down in your notes or wherever, somewhere where you can look back at it and compare what you're doing with what people that you're trying to reach are struggling with, right? If we go back to, you know, what is the change I want to see and how do I serve? If I don't know who my customer, if I don't know who I am, then I can't do it. If I don't know who my customer is, okay? So that's number two, get to know your customer. Make sure that beyond a shadow of a doubt, you know who your customer is. You cannot sell to everyone. And if you try to, you won't. And I remember when I first got started back in the 70s with network marketing, they had this thing called the 3-foot rule. And some of you, I'm sure, have heard of that. Anybody within 3 feet of you is fair game, right? Well, that's just not true. Everybody is not right for what you do and what you're trying to present and what you're trying to sell, okay? Number three, identify your positioning strategy. In other words, you need to do research for the market. Okay, what is your market searching for? You need to do some keyword research. You need to make a list of everything your business does or is. Like some examples here, I do copywriting, I do digital marketing, content marketing, social media marketing, email marketing, storytelling, and I've just listed a bunch of these things off. This is probably or maybe doesn't apply to you at all, but just give you an idea. Copyright courses, branding courses, sales page, email marketing courses, right? So identify your positioning strategy. What is it that you are going to put together that is going to be that strategy that's going to get you in the right position in the market? Because if you don't know what that is, if you don't have a strategy, okay, and this really should be identify your marketing position strategy, right? So how can I position myself? What am I going to do? What kind of content am I going to put out there that will position me in the market, in the industry that I want to, you know, dominate or I want to be, you know, involved with, to the right position that I want it to be, right? So I need to do some research, okay? Find out what my market is searching for. I need to do some keyword research and find out what keywords they're searching on. And then I got to make, you know, get a list of what it is that my business does or is or offers, right? And I gave you a number of examples there, but, you know, you need to tailor that to what you do, right? All right, number 5. This is still under number 3. I'm sorry. And also check out the competition, right? Check out the competition on Google. What are they doing? What kind of content do they have? What kind of content do they share? What can you do better or different? Because sometimes it's hard to figure out what you can do that would be better unless you've done number 1 and number 2, right? You know clearly who you are, and you know clearly who your customer is. If you know those things, then you can look at what your competition's doing and say, yeah, you know what? I know my customer a little bit better, and I think I could do this better, or I could do this a little differently, right? But knowing what they're doing, what kind of content, where they're sharing their content. Okay, not only what kind of content, but where they're sharing their content. It's important also. We think that, TikTok and social media is the big thing, but I'm finding that in the industry that I'm in, I want to, build up to, the majority of the people are doing blogs, they're doing podcasts, and they're doing YouTube videos. Not a lot of them are on social media, and if they are, they're just it's a second thought. It's not something that they want to dominate or be involved with, right? All right, so that was number 3. Identify your position, your market positioning strategy. Number 4 is create a content strategy. And to me, this is so huge, right? You want to map out your main topic and subtopics that you'll post content about, right? What is it that you're going to, and so many people, when they get involved with whatever business they're doing, and I don't really consider this affiliate marketing and network marketing, although it should be, especially for network marketing. But let's say you're starting a business and it's all about training dogs, right? How to make your pet a better, more reasonable pet around the family and others, right? So you're going to start mapping out those topics, and it may be the main topics may be about, training techniques and training equipment and all that, but the subtopics may be about the nutrition and how to take care of their coats and their grooming and things like that. So, okay, so you need to understand what all those are so you can create the right content. Number 2 is be highly valuable and interesting to your audience. So if you're doing videos, which obviously is the gorilla in the room, that's what most people are doing, whether they're doing live videos or they're doing training videos, like I do a lot of, and post them on YouTube and so forth. Make sure it's highly valuable and interesting to your audience. Okay, and again, this keeps going back up to number 1 and 2: know yourself and know your customer. Okay, so, but if you're putting out stuff that doesn't have any value to it or very little value and it's not very interesting to your audience, you're not going to get much traction, right? So it's very, very important. Number 3, they not only want to know what you do, but who you are. So don't be afraid to salt and pepper into your videos and your training a little bit about who you are and how that relates to what you're doing and what journey you're taking and you took to get to where you are. Okay, they don't only want to know what you do, how you do it, and how you can help them, but they do want to know a little bit about who you are, because that again builds that know, like, and trust. Right. Number 4, come up with a list of topics that you'd like to talk about and throw in stories and anecdotes. Right, that's just so important. One of the things that I love doing is sprinkling in some, little stories that I hear throughout the day, throughout the week, throughout the month, throughout the year, whatever, that relate to what I'm talking about. A lot of times, if I'm talking about customer service, I've got a couple of good stories concerning Amazon and their amazing customer service, and it's great. I always get a lot of feedback on, wow, what an incredible story, right? Because that's it's the old saying, right? Facts tell, stories sell. So you got to get good at it. And then last but not least, be fresh and interesting first, right? Be fresh, interesting, and I'm going to add a little bit to this, and exciting. I can't tell you how many times I've had people reach out to me and say, hey, Ron, I'm doing videos, but I'm just not getting any kind of engagement before or after at any time with these videos I put out. I don't understand why. And I'll say, well, show me one of your videos. And I go to the video and it's, hi, how are you? I'm John. I'm so glad to be here. I hope you are too. There's just no excitement. There's nothing that really says, okay, yeah, man, I want to get on the same train this person's on, right? So be fresh, be interesting, be excited about what's going on. Smile, don't worry about what you look like and all that other stuff, but just share with people and show people that you're excited about what you're doing. Okay. Number 5 is build a marketing funnel. Okay. People don't realize how important that is. If you want to sell something, or you want to get out there, maybe you got a service, maybe you got a product, maybe you're doing coaching and training and education courses, whatever it might be. Build yourself a simple funnel, right? Build a marketing funnel. Now, I'm going to stop here and give one little plug, because I will tell you that the most important system that I use in my repertoire of tools is Kajabi. And the reason I love Kajabi is, first off, it's allowed me to get rid of so many other programs that I was using. Things like my autoresponder, whether it's Aweber or Constant Contact or GetResponse or ActiveCampaign or the Infusionsoft. The list goes on and on and on, right? Those are expensive, and they're always based on how many contacts you have and all these other things, but they're masters at that one thing. The thing I love about Kajabi is it's really good at that, but it's really good at a lot of other things. It's a one-stop shop that does great, allows you to do some amazing funnels, build an entire website, great email automation, great automations for all kinds of things, sell products, integrate with payment plans, everything that you could ever want. So I encourage you to check it out. In fact, if you look at the link in the information below, if you go to rondeering.com/Kajabi, I will give you a 30-day trial. If you go to Kajabi.com, they give you 14 days. If you go to my link, it's 30 days. It doesn't cost you any more. It's a free trial for 30 days. If you decide to upgrade, regardless of which side you upgrade on, which site you upgrade on, the cost to you is going to be the same. The only difference is if you use my link, you're going to get 30 days free trial. So you get, in my opinion, you need that to test it out and see if it's what you want. I get a little bit, which doesn't affect your pay at all. So they pay me a little bit, so that helps me to keep the content going and keep my YouTube channel going and making things for you. And then I'm going to give you my Kajabi mini course that'll help you get started and get out there and selling your product or your passion as quickly as possible. And I'm going to give you some free coaching to help you not only get started with your funnels and some of the technical sides and help you along, but also talk to you more about marketing and how to do it and where to go and so forth. So check out the link below. See at least take the time to test it out. Okay. And then sixth, last but not least, you need to monitor. You need to monitor your metrics, test, do split testing. You need to stay on top of how you're marketing, what you're marketing, and make sure. You'd be surprised how the color of a button may change your opt-in rate and your conversion rates. Maybe, one picture over another picture. Maybe a guy over a girl over a guy. Someone smiling over, not smiling, laughing. I mean, the things go on and on, but you don't know that unless you're monitoring your results and looking at the metrics and the analytics and testing things and doing split testing and checking it out on multiple sides to see what works and what doesn't work. So I hope this has helped you. I would encourage you to look at your notes, watch this a number of times, take some notes, and I would also encourage you to spend the next week and work on number 1 and 2, right? Work on those first two where you get clear who you are and you get clear who your customer is. Write these things down, or for me, like I said, I put them in notes and that, but maybe make a document that you can print out and stick in front of you so that you always know, look, this is why I'm doing this content, because I'm talking to John and Jane, and this is what they want, this is where their pain points are, this is what they're trying to do, this is where their goals are, this is the type of person I'm looking for, right? And that way your content will be, everything that you do, not only your content, but all the marketing you do, everything you do will be more focused and more likely to hit and tweak the customers that you want. So I hope this has helped you. God bless you, and I can't wait to see you on the next one.